Hello, I'm Kim Cooper. I am an experienced business executive residing in Utah. After completing my Juris Doctorate with honors at BYU's J. Reuben Clark Law School, I followed my heart and joined a small startup word processing company in 1984. It later became known as WordPerfect Corporation. I served as a worldwide vice president for WordPerfect and sat on its executive committee. I loved the 10 years I spent at WordPerfect. I worked hard and I learned a lot. In 1994, Novell purchased WordPerfect and offered me the role of worldwide vice president of marketing and business development. I spent the next 2 years developing and selling a new global service line of business. This service offering quickly became the second line of revenue behind Novell's flagship product, NetWare. Then the Internet hit. With Novell's blessings, I retired in January 1996 to be a first mover in the Internet land rush. I raised capital and started a company called Digital Harbor. Our first product, Wave, was a rapid success and received multiple Readers' and Editor's Choice Product of the Year awards. Apple promoted Wave as its poster child in '96 and '7, commissioned its 7,000 salespeople to sell Wave, and sold it in all of their Apple stores. They also bundled Wave with all new Macs. The largest Japanese republisher also bought the exclusive rights to sell Wave in Japan in '96 and '7. In '98, we rewrote Wave in Java and aided Sun's subsidiary JavaSoft in producing the J2EE framework. I was invited to sit on JavaSoft's board. Sun CEO Scott McNealy named Wave as one of the top 3 Java products of the year. In '99, an Indian company purchased Digital Harbor from us and asked me to be its new general counsel in Washington, D.C. I had kept my attorney license active and was anxious to serve in this progressive role for an international company. During the next several years, a series of opportunities arose. I started a B2B company called Comdeus. I raised $5 million from a New York telco for this company. It was later sold to the funder. I was invited by Utah billionaire Jim Sorensen to join him in consolidating his 4 technology startups into one company, Sorensen Media, which he hoped to take public. I spent 3 years as the COO with Jim, but we were early and broadband was not prevalent enough for streaming media. I was soon invited by 2 VCs to step into one of their portfolio companies, Global Sim, as its new CEO. We split Global Sim into 2 companies, carving out Drive Safety as a progressive startup. The VCs, however, ran out of money and I had to depart. Global Sim and Drive Safety continued in scaled-down form and with later funding are now at full operation today. I was introduced to a struggling company out of Redmond, Washington. I believed it had tremendous technology and talent. I raised $5.5 million for this company and also participated as a member of the A round. We named the company Venafi. It is doing very well today and I am still an owner. I was voted in as chairman of the board of TechTeam Global Corporation in Detroit, Michigan. I served in this role for 3 years, taking the stock price from $5 to $15 and the revenues from $70 to $270 million. I began investing heavily in real estate, located in Park City, Utah, Bear Lake, Utah, and a large commercial parcel near Rexburg, Idaho. While chairman of TechTeam, I got an innovative idea and wrote a book on a superior employee management process that could be achieved through the seamless integration of computer science and behavioral science. I was offered a publisher contract for my book, but decided to develop the web application by which it could be best put into practice. I hired a top development company to write this SaaS tool and named it Agent 00 since my first commercial target would be call center agents throughout the world. I also hired a Washington, D.C. firm at this time to help me file for product patents. The first production pilot of this Agent 00 tool was at Ford Motor Company in 2006. There have been 2 more Fortune pilots since then, which have proved my original theory beyond expectations. I formed the startup company Exceed 3 to commercialize Agent 00 and set off on this venture. Not long into it, though, I was pressed into the role of becoming chairman and CEO of another public company named Cento Corporation. My job was to turn Cento around and then sell it. Both were accomplished, though I had to guide the company through a few months of near insolvency. I sold Cento to an Indian company in early 2008. My latest exciting startup venture was a project on which I engaged with the University of Utah. I created a company called Rayscale to embody the next generation of 3D computer graphics coming out of the U of U's storied Computer Graphics Institute. We got in a bidding war between Intel and NVIDIA for this company, and Rayscale was ultimately sold to NVIDIA in May 2008. Since then, I've returned my full-time efforts to commercializing Agent 00. Right on cue, a wonderful event took place during summer of 2008. After years of expensive prosecution, the USPTO allowed all my 26 very valuable, low-level software-as-a-service patents on Agent 00. They are in full force and effect through 2025 with coverage in the United States and other countries. Why am I seeking employment? Most of my investments now reside in real estate. Tough time for real estate the next few years, and a bad time to liquidate my investments therein. Most companies are also freezing their technology investments for a while. So, my timing to take Agent 00 to market now is not so good. As such, I'm reaching out to see if you could use some seasoned assistance in executing your growth plans. I have admired your company and have silently had a desire to be a part of helping it grow and succeed. If this is a possibility, I'd appreciate it if you would bring this matter to the attention of your executive committee in my behalf. I am an affable and dedicated executive with global experience in a number of roles. You can click on my name on this screen and bring up a one-page resume with a few further light details about myself. I've also prepared a more in-depth 3-page resume I can send out upon request, if desired. Here's my mobile phone number and an email address. Please contact me and allow me the opportunity to meet with you at your convenience. Thank you very much.